Good day, dear chess lovers. As usual, Suren is here, and in this video want to take a quick look at a fascinating game played by legendary Soviet-Russian chess grandmaster David Bronstein. Bronstein is playing with black pieces and his opponent is Soviet-Russian chess master Evgeni Bebchuk. This game was played in 1974. Bebchuk opened up with e4, to which Bronstein answered with French defense. Knight d2, Tarrasch variation is on the board. c5, we see the open system. E takes d5, e takes d5. As you know, the other popular continuation starts with queen takes d5. In the game we see e takes d5, knight f3, c4. Black is deviating from the main theoretical battle. Knight c6, knight f6 are more popular. Also a6 can be seen very often, preventing bishop b5, but instead we see c4. b3, c takes b3, a takes b3, and probably the reason that black is not choosing this line too often is that in this case white managed to open up the a file, can put a useful pressure. Also, in some cases from a3, the dark squared bishop can create problems. Anyways, in the game we see bishop b4, bishop b5 check, bishop d7, another check followed, knight e7, after which both players castled kingside. Bishop a3, and the exchange of dark squared bishops on a3 also followed. And finally black developed the last piece. c4, rook e8, queen d3, moving away the queen from the e file, in future preventing any unpleasant discovered attacks, and knight g6. Bishop f5 was an alternative, but Bronstein had different ideas and he's making a very interesting pawn sacrifice. From g6 the knight can jump on f4 and create problems for white. And in view of that threat, in here playing g3 is very good. Instead, white decided to accept the pawn sacrifice, and now let's see what's in Bronstein's mind. Here comes knight b4. The thing is that this pawn on d5 is vulnerable and at any moment black can win it, thus leaving white with isolated and vulnerable two pawns. Queen c4, a5, so black managed to strengthen his knight on b4, a very pleasant square of course, and rook d1. This is a dubious move, and at the same time this is a serious mistake. It's not quite clear what white had in mind when making this move. Bishop d7 is better, but we will come back to this line once I finish the game. So rook d1 was made in the game, and now let's see what's the problem with it. Here comes knight f4, and already black is creating some nasty threats, you know. For example, bishop takes b5 followed by knight e2 check, and the knight c3 fork can be a nice threat. That's why white himself went for an exchange of light squared bishops, and queen takes d7, and now the queen wants to jump into the attack. Knight e5. Looks like that with this active knight jump, white is neutralizing all threats, but this is stepping into a brilliant combination. Although at this point it was difficult to give white a useful advice. Black is definitely dominating. Rook a1 is Engine's suggestions in order to somehow activate this knight, which is awkwardly placed on a3. Anyways, in the game we see knight e5, and as we've reached the critical position, please pause the video and try to find black's next moves. Ready? In here, Bronstein made an exchange sacrifice. He neutralized the threat, and also at the same time he's removing a key defender. The knight was covering the g4 square. D takes e5, and there comes queen g4 with two nasty threats. White neutralized both threats with queen f1, and there comes knight h3 check. And wondering, did you manage to find this line, guys? You will just be proud of yourself, you know. And after king h1, already at this point I'm sure you can see Bronstein's next move. Even knight f2 check is winning, but Bronstein made queen takes d1. This is a spectacular line, guys. Queen takes d1, knight f2 check, we have a fork, and after king d1, resignation followed. Black is a piece up and white has no chance of surviving. That's why at this point Bebchuk resigned. A very nice combination. But now I would like to go back and see what should black play in here? So rook d1 was made in the game, but it was better to play bishop d7. If queen takes d7, then only now knight e5. If knight e5, then d takes e5, and if rook takes e5, then queen c3. Now if rook e8, then knight c4 can follow, and sooner or later white will win this pawn. Still, the engine prefers black's position, but all in all, this is of course a better line. Or in here, if rook takes d5, then queen takes b4, and then rook takes a5. We have an equality on the board, but in the game we see rook d1, and to our surprise, this led to a spectacular combination. Rook e5 sacrifice followed, and then queen g4. This is just a marvelous line, guys. Queen takes d1, and then knight f2 fork. Yes, once again this game comes to prove that Bronstein was a creative genius. And in the end, a simple chess puzzle where the task is to find the winning line for white. As usual, we'll wait for your answer in the comment section. Feel free to check out the playlist of Bronstein's games as well. We'll see you in my next video. Take care.